what would I want to tell, what would I would have wanted to be told to me or to push me into being the best that I could be at that age, at starting at a baby. Now, with my oldest daughter, I really did a lot of the creative stuff. You know, the dancing, all of this. She does everything when it comes to that. But with Naya, I'm more into the STEM, the sciences, and that because you can be any and everything. We had a black president tell me you can't be anything you want to be. So why not reach for the stars? Okay, you can go in space if that's what you desire to do. So I just decided, and then I know, spending time in the military and then working interchangeably with corporate America while in the military, I realized that little black girls are an investment. They are the faces of some of these corporations that we don't know yet. We don't know about it yet because a lot of us don't read and find out those things. You have so many organizations looking to invest in girls of color because you have to meet a quota. In some organizations, you got this diversity rule, or this, people taking you to court because you don't have a number of this, a number of that, and everything. So I say, why not jump on it? Do it, change the face of these organizations and let it begin with Naya. Not just my Naya, but all the Nayas out there, So that's how I got involved with Naya's project.
Wow, yeah, train them up in the way thou shalt go.
Uh-huh.
Awesome. If a lot of parents, these children, they can't do it on their own. Because, what I have seen and found is, parents are so busy. They're not tapping into their vulnerability. This is the best time to prune them and guide them and train them as they are growing up.
Yes, most definitely.
Because that's the best time to grab them, because if you don't grab them right there, something or somebody else will. And this is what they're going to grow up with. And then now that they all grown up, there's no such thing as what happened. You didn't raise them.
Right.
Someone else did. And that is so strong and so powerful, because even sometimes when you do have household, when you have a parent that's trying to raise their child and they're out and they're seeing all these other kids out here doing everything else, they want to do the same thing they want to do.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because even if you're a parent and you're trying to raise your child right, it's going to be extra hard because of what they're facing out there.
Yes.
But hey, that's what prayer comes in handy at, and it works.
Yes.
So winning in the marketplace, what type of group is that you're running?
Winning in the marketplace actually is really the entrepreneurs that I was telling you about, that we started with 11, the Round the Table group. So we changed the name to actually fit. One of my girlfriends was running a conference, and so we kind of changed the name to that only for the conference, but I like it, so I'm going to stick with it. But it's a group of us, group of the first ladies, and along with all other entrepreneurs all over all over social media, and we get together and we bouncing different ideas off of each other. We're saying what works and what doesn't work, and this class and that class. For example, I have a couple of classes that I'm going to be giving in July, based off of my experiences with sponsorship and with getting sponsorships and with working with grants. And told myself, why not start now teaching the little I do know? If I had experience with getting some sponsorships and working with grants, then I shouldn't wait until I win a major corporation, because that's in the making. But start now. Some people have not, they want one sponsor, they haven't even gotten that yet, and they're wondering how you do it. So I'll be doing that within the group, as well as the grant class. And then I had a few ladies to ask me, well, how did you put this group together so quickly, and how did you get this? Well, I could teach that. That was really God's grace, right? God did that. I just put out a lead magnet, kind of like, well, this is what I'm doing. If anybody want to jump on board, and I had people just saying, hey, I want to do it, I want to do it, I want to do it, and that's how we started. So I'll be giving those classes in the group. So anything to inspire business growth, that's what we do in that group.
Awesome. And so is that separate from the around the table discussion?
No, we do that. That's matter of fact, that's going to be on tomorrow. That's in the group as well. That's just one little segment of winning in the marketplace around the table discussion, where we all just say, let's take a minute for, like in the military, you say take a minute and we do a quarterly brief.
Yes.
of what went on, and during this quarter, what's going to go on next quarter in your business or your company or what have you. That's what we're doing, because I haven't seen any group of entrepreneurs do that with others without, it's like they try to hold on to their piece of the pie and not help anybody else. Well, I don't believe in that. There's enough to go around. Just because I sit down and talk with you about what I'm doing doesn't mean that you're going to stop the show for me. There are millions and billions of people in this world, and we all can get a piece of it.
Yes.
So that is what we're doing for this quarter. We're going to be doing that tomorrow. Sitting down, on the panel. It's all live on social media. We'll do it on a panel, and then next quarter we'll plan that we're going to have a retreat in December for one of our quarterly briefings. We're going to do a retreat where we'll be in person. So some of us who have not met in person will get a chance to meet in person and sit down face to face and talk about the same things.
That's awesome. I like when you talked about how, it's enough people out here for everybody. So that makes me think of Abraham and King David. They had all the wealth, but they didn't try to hoard it all. They gave. And see, but they understood in their giving, it didn't diminish their position at all. Because see, one thing about it, you're going to have followers, and they need to be some faithful followers. And how are they going to be faithful followers if you're not treating them well?
Exactly. And it takes some time to kind of learn that, because when you first start out, you get this, you're dealing with your ego, you're dealing with, a lot of things, but it takes time and growth and experiences to get there. And I had to realize, look, Nikki, slow down. You can't have it all, and you're going to need people, and they need you. So let's do this together.
Yes. To me, life is not designed for you to go at it alone. That's why we have people, but everybody just don't have that same mindset. It ain't about all what you can get. It's all, it's about what you can give, and by you giving, you will get it back effortlessly.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's the point that they miss so much of. So tell me, do you feel like you are really walking in your purpose and in your passion?
I do, and I'll tell you why I feel like that. When I'm doing it, like talking with you, like right now about it, I feel so great. I feel really good about it, and I never get tired of it. I may get a little weary, because that's just, I'm still flesh too. Mm-hmm. So I may get a little weary, but for the most part, it's like I'm eating it and breathing it, and I feel really good about it. And if it was very, very lucrative, I don't think I would even feel. I feel as good as if it were paying me billions of dollars already. That's how good I feel about it. Yeah. And so I I'm walking in my purpose. Now, I'm definitely a person that believes that seasons change, and just like military, I felt like that for a while, but a long while, but almost 30 years, and then I was time. I could tell it was that season was coming to an end. So I pray that this season lasts, and I give it all that I gave the military, and the next season, I can't even imagine what that would entail, because this is so nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm walking in it.
Awesome. When you said that, you don't grow tired of it, that's a congruency of that's your passion. Because that's one thing, when it's a passion for you, because you would not grow tired of it, and it's not based on how much you're going to make.
Right.
So so you are definitely walking in that passion. And and another thing I like what you talked about is your season. And so that's another thing that we tend to let go by the wayside too. Everything operates in season. Just because this is not your season right now does not mean it's not going to come for you. But in this season, it may be preparation for you.
Yes.
But what are you doing in preparation when you do step into it? And see, that's the big thing. And see, when you get ready to make that shift, it'll be effortlessly. It'll be not because of you, of anything that you're doing. You just kind of move on into it.
Yes.
And see, a lot of times we miss that simple part in life too. And it is amazing, because I have had that happen with me several times. One of the decisions was, should I join the military? And it has prospered me so much, and I am grateful for all those teachings and learnings. But guess what?
Yeah.
It shifted me for the next stage of my life. And just like we're going through with my children, it helps shifts me for the next stage of my life. But see, we got to learn those lessons along the way. We can't keep repeating the same things over and over, because we'll get the same results.
Exactly.
I know. Okay, so for you, you already kind of touched on it, what it looks like and what it feels like to be balanced. So can you feel the difference at a time in your life when you wasn't in congruence, when you weren't in alignment, what it did for you?
Oh yeah, and that wasn't that long ago. I was dealing with grief, and that's something I want to one day, when I can get a better handle on it, because I'm still working with myself. My mother passed abruptly, just and my mom was my best friend, and it totally took a toll on me, and I'm still in recovery, and probably will be for a long time. And it threw me out of balance, totally out of balance. And I'm gonna be very transparent. The grief, because of my mom dying, I was very angry. Not all the time, but at times, and didn't know how to handle my anger, and it landed me in jail. And I wanted to say that I have not said that out in the open to anyone, and this wasn't that long ago. It landed me in jail for a few hours. They called it a cooling off period, because I started a mess with my spouse, my husband. And so, just out of anger and not placing the anger in the right direction, and my whole world was just like out of sync. Certain areas I was functioning, but then it came to a head. So you have to give yourself love, total love, total love, and not expect love from the outside. You got to expect it from inside you and your relationship with your heavenly being, and you just have to do that and be patient with yourself where you are, because a lot of times when people feel like they're out of balance, they get frustrated, and they're like, okay, this is not me. Well, it is you at this moment. It's you going through that at this moment. So what you need to do is do what you would do for your best friend, or do what you would do for your kids. You would be patient. You'll be kind. You will be loving.